everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you'll subscribe either while watching this video or by the end of this video you will like the content enough to subscribe. To those who have subscribed and are back, thank you so much for coming back. To you as well, I hope you'll enjoy the content and I hope you'll keep coming back. So today I just want to talk about creating your own education policy. So in my previous video I did a book review, and obviously I spoke of a fund that the government has created so that people create an educational fund for their kids for university. So this fund is the Fundisa Fund, and just a correction, it gives 600 yearly for saving for your child's education. So you get rewarded for saving for your child's education. So that's one of the options that you have, but that's specifically for university. When I speak of an education fund, I'm speaking broad terms, whether it's an education fund for your child's primary school as well, because obviously you still plan for your child's education from when they're young. Right, so I'll just speak also of so a lot of people have spoken, I've seen on different platforms where someone says I've created a fund, so I've gone to an institution and gotten an education fund. That again is planning for university, but they were not happy with the growth, so they're very disappointed, to say the least. So very disappointed with the growth of the actual fund. So that's why I decided to create this video, because obviously I've also been researching around what are the best ways to save for education and whatever. So creating your own education fund you could have an option of a fixed deposit account. So fixed deposit account, obviously if you have a lump sum of money that you have available, you'll obviously look at the different interest rates. As the saying goes, money needs to work for us. So you can't just put it somewhere like under a mattress where it will not get any interest, because it needs to work for you, so that by the time your child goes to school, it's not just the money that you've put in, there's also that interest that you've earned on the money. So in a fixed deposit situation, obviously you deposit a specific amount. It can be, so there are different types. It's one where you can deposit continuously or at a specific time of the year, or there's one where you can just put in a lump sum and it's fixed for a specific number of years. If you decide it's 5 years, that's up to you, and obviously your interest rates depend on how long you keep the money in there, and how much you earn on the money also depends on how long you keep it in there. So if you're looking at something for their primary school, maybe they're still very young, obviously you'll set it up for those number of years. If it's for university, you'll set it up for those number of years. So that would be up to you as to how long you want to actually keep the money in there for them, and obviously it will be according to what your needs are, or in terms of when your child goes to school. Then the other option that I've sort of looked around for and I've seen is a couple of banks now have saving pockets. So saving pockets, it depends how much you have in there and how long you keep in there. Your interest sort of grows with time. It's not for me, I haven't seen a very good interest earning, but it is a way that you can save for your child's education. So you constantly put money in there. You can even automate it so that you know that for sure you're saving money in that account. So it's just an addition to your actual account. You just open a pocket, you put money in there constantly. Obviously you would have projected how much you might need or how much is close enough, because obviously the fees go up every year. Right, so that's another option that you can have for a little one. And then there's a goal save. Goal save can be also a good place to start when creating your own education policy. So with a goal save, it's a time bank initiative. So obviously you can open a time bank account, and then open goal save, so goals within your account. It's also sort of like a pocket. Currently it's an earning of 8%, so currently it's 8% interest on that, that they have. I don't know, obviously as time goes on, will they increase it or what? With the goal save account, however, with all your goal saves, so if you can actually have different goal save accounts, up to 10 of them. So if, for example, you're also saving for other goals in there or other things that you're planning for, you can also create different goal save accounts, similar to a pocket, but with this one it's specifically for saving, and it's got a better interest rate, I think, from the pockets, from my experience. All right, so the only thing with the goal save account, if you have maybe 5 goal save accounts within your actual main account, what happens is you can only have a maximum of 100,000 currently. So when they calculate all those accounts, you can only save to a maximum of 100,000. So which means if you're saving for university, for example, which takes longer, or you're saving for a bigger asset or whatever, it might obviously get to a point where it's limiting. So you will obviously see what's your needs, how long you want to save, when do you need the money. So it's up to you how you actually use it, and again, it will actually work in line with obviously your child's time to start school or your child's time to start university, if you are saving for university rather than just school. So then there's also an option for a money market account. I think most of the institutions provide this. So this is the savings. Obviously it's savings, you get interest on it. The one that I researched on needs you to have a capital, or just an amount in upfront of 50,000 rand to save into the money market account. From what I've heard, not research, from what I've heard, money market account has much better interest than most of the savings platforms around. I stand to be corrected, but from what I've heard, it does have a better interest rate. So the only research that I did come across is how much you can actually put in there, what capital you need. Obviously you need to look at all those things. So you can use a money market account as your education policy, instead of, like I said, there are people who've gone to financial institutions, open an education policy, but disappointingly enough, it's not performing as they had imagined, as they thought. So these are just some of the accounts that you can use. So yes, those are the accounts that I've researched. Those are the ones that I've actually researched about, in order for us to say this is what we can use to create goals, to create our education policy. I for one I'm currently using the goal save account to sort of create a policy of sort for education for my little one. Go ahead and choose whichever one you want. Obviously, again, the money must work for you, so it must have good interest rates, or it must at least meet your standard of what you need when your child starts school. And then also, at least it must obviously earn interest. As I said, you cannot take the money and put it under a mattress so it won't earn interest, because by the time your child starts at school, obviously with fees going up, with inflations going up, you do not know if that will be enough. But then again, you would have saved still, but you do want your money to earn interest for you. So really, these are the options that you have. No need to wallow away in the ones that do not perform well, which you would really hope for. But also, please do look, sort of read around about the Fundisa Fund, because that's also something else. But like I said, that one is specifically for university, because you save, you sort of save or put in, let's say 300 every month for a very long time, and whenever your child starts university, obviously with the right paperwork to say they've been accepted, they pay to the institution. They do not give you the money or your child the money. it is specifically for university. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you can look around what works best for you, what gives you the best interest, what will work for your son or daughter, and how long you need to actually save up for that education, whether it's schooling or university. I think we also should look into saving for schooling as well, as much as yes, university is what we generally think about when you talk savings, for saving for education policies. We think of university only, but I think it would be good for all of us to also look at schooling in general, from primary to high school as well, so that even in those times we don't find ourselves going back. As we're on this nice debt freedom journey, we're doing well, we're doing great, our net worth is increasing, and then bam, school happens, and then we're back to square one. We're now trying to source money, and we're getting bad credit and so forth. So we don't want to go back. We're going to keep going forward. We want to keep increasing our net worth. We want to keep on this debt freedom journey even further into our lives, not just for now, but continue on this debt freedom journey. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you will use it. If you perhaps feel like maybe the education policy you have is disappointing you in terms of what you're expecting, or if it's not aligned to your needs in terms of your child, when they will start school, how much it will cost, all of that. If it's not aligned, please check out fixed deposits, goal save accounts, saving pockets in your bank account, money market, and there are many other options that we can use around there, but I just chose these two to speak to, in order for us to create our own education policy for our little ones, if you have little ones, or if you're expecting little ones. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope it has helped someone out there. Please, if you like the content, please click like. If you have someone out there you know who might find this content helpful, please do share the video. And also, if you have not subscribed, please don't leave without subscribing. It's a red button under this video. Thank you so much for watching, and